Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's class we will discuss about parliamentary system while participating in Constituent Assembly debates. What Ambedkar said regarding this. Before we could go for that, let's try to see what Constitution is. Try to know what Constitution is. Constitution is nothing but set of principles or rules and regulations which decide how a nation, a country, a state is governed or ruled, and which guarantees certain rights to its citizens. If you see modern democratic governments, they are classified into two types of governments. That is parliamentary type of government. The next one is presidential type of government, based on relationship between executive and the legislative bodies of the government. Three organs of the government are legislature, executive, judiciary. What is legislature? Which makes law is legislature. All the MLAs or MPs participate in voting. They come under legislature, who makes laws. The next one, the executive, the one who enforces law, the one who implements law, comes under the executive. You can take ruling government, more specifically Prime Minister and his ministers. If you add further, if you specify Prime Minister and his cabinet ministers, if you go further technically, Prime Minister, his cabinet ministers, plus President, Vice President, these all fall in the category of executive. The third one is judiciary. Third one is judiciary. If any conflict comes between two individuals, or an individual and the state, an individual and the center, or states and center, judiciary is going to give its verdict during such situations. Why parliamentary system has been preferred by drafting committee? Ambedkar says while participating in Constituent Assembly debates, a democratic executive should satisfy two conditions. One is responsibility, the next one is stability. Unfortunately, we have not been so far devised a system which could satisfy both at equal degrees. That's what stability and responsibility. American system has more stability than the responsibility. Quite contrary to this, British system has more responsibility than the stability. And Ambedkar points out that drafting committee preferred parliamentary system in which responsibility is preferred to the stability. Ambedkar says while participating in Constituent Assembly debates, if a book of the Constitution is placed in the hands of a student of constitutional law, he is going to ask two questions. One is, what is the form of the government envisaged in the Constitution? Envisaged means imagined. The next one is form of the Constitution. I will begin with the first one, he says. That is our topic, parliamentary system. In the draft Constitution, at the head of the Union, nothing but Indian Union, placed a functionary who is called President of the Union. This title, President, reminds us one of the presidents of United States of America, beyond the identity of names. Sirf naam. Beyond the identity of names, nothing is common. American type of government is the presidential type of government, Whereas what draft constitution proposed is parliamentary type of government, which are fundamentally or basically completely different to each other. The presidential system of America, American president is chief head of the executive. He is the head of the state. Powers are vested in him. Powers are under his control. While what draft constitution proposes in that president of India is similar to the king or the queen of Great Britain. He is the head of, Indian president is the head of the state, but not head of the government. He represents the nation, but he doesn't rules the nation. His position in administration is ceremonial or like stamp by which his decisions are known to the nation. He is not bound to follow the advice which is tendered or given by the secretaries which are under him. Even he can dismiss them. Now you can see the fundamental difference between Indian president and the American president, that it is mandatory. Indian president is bound to follow the advice which is given by the ministers which are under him, and he can't go contrary or against their advice. He can't dismiss them if they enjoy majority in Lok Sabha. If they loses, he will have the authority to dismiss them.